Shalom. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bahashim Akwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, even the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, hopeful like Tabernacle of David. Aquath that are listening, learning, being a pillar of rest, 144,000 and 1/3 the hopeful elect of Israel. The brother slash elder, shalom and salutations to you all. And this lesson is called Sold Good Cheap. You niggas were sold good cheap. I swear, when I came in the truth a long time ago, that on some Mandela shit, right? And that's my tinfoil hat, speaking as an idiot. The phrase was sold good cheap. I don't know why, but and then later on it switched to so good cheap. Anyway, that's going to be the title of the lesson for my own personal reasons. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Let's get it. What is it? 21. Victuals. 2 Ezra 16:21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth. I remember being sold good cheap, right? Which made 0 cents then. So I'm like, what does that mean, sold good cheap? What does it mean, sold good cheap? Right? But whatever. Apparently it was always so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So I want to take a look at this in real time. Slock. Didn't I just do all of this? I had it queued up. Did I? Thought I had it. Oh, here we go. Okay, so it's your boy Pinball. 12 minutes ago. No relief in sight. Expect beef prices to stay high for the foreseeable future. Right now, you know what high is? Sold good cheap. You know why? Because right now you can still get that meat. In a minute, you won't be able to get the meat. You won't be able to afford, nigga, raw spaghetti alone. Noodle. You won't be able to afford noodles. Okay? Let alone some meat. Right now, whatever. What is it? $10, 12 a pound, 20 a pound, whatever. That's still good, right? Until it becomes undoable. You understand? So let this guy talk from right here, letting you know that we're in this time right now where this is going to overtake you. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon there. See, everybody doesn't understand where we're at right now. What does this say? This tells you the beginning of what? See, right now you don't even know what is about to hit. It's just the beginning. Ezra's like this. Oh, shit. Nigga. He's like this. The beginning. The beginning. The beginning. The beginning. Right? Here they come. Right? And right now, you think everything is all good. Sold good. You're sold on goodness right now. When right now, all they're about to pull a smooth rug. And you don't even know. Okay? Because right now, you know and I know we're watching wickedness grow in our face. And it's all good, you know. Anything of the Most High, like masculinity, we got to make that toxic. What is that? That's wickedness growing up on the earth. You understand? It's growing exponentially. evils are growing upon the earth. Sword from great confusion. You know what great confusion is? Trends. Okay? For 4 years, it was all good. Get your own battle. And then, yank the rug. What is that? Babylon, the great confusion. Right? Every 4 years, motherfucker, anything can happen, and it usually does. Like Mousketeer Surprise Day. Not the original Mousketeers with Annette and Cubby, but the one with Lisa, right? Who went on to become Blair. Now, anyway, great confusion. Take it away. Pinball.
Average meat prices have continued to go up.
Let me go back on that just a little bit.
Found out this morning that average meat prices have continued to go up. Definitive time frame when they're going to come down. April prices came in, and year over year, steak is up 7%, ground beef is up 10%, chicken's up 3%, pork's up about 4.5%. Okay.
Considering if any of that is real, which probably isn't at this point. Got to consider those things. You're getting priced out. You know what it means to be priced out of food, priced out of living, or priced out of society, if you will. And what is the price? You got to take that C hit. You got to take this UBI. You got to do basically what you're told. All right, and you will as soon as you take that C hit.
But let's stick with the beef. It's what's...
Anyway, things are still affordable right now. That's the point.
It's what's for dinner, right? 10% up on hamburger. I told you last week the average price of a pound of hamburger now is $5.80 across the country. Here's our problem. We now have a cattle herd in the United States that is the same size as it was in 1950, 75 years ago. The population of the United States in 1950 was half of what it is now. Okay? So you think about that for a second.
And what that means is that all that real beef is going to underground bunkers. And you will be eating meat glue, my nigga.
Tariffs come into play somehow because, yes, we do import beef. We import beef from Brazil. We import beef from Mexico. But, we stopped importing it from Mexico because of the
tariffs.
Parasitic worm that was in the Mexican beef. So that's bringing it down. So now we're having a problem where we don't necessarily have a beef shortage, but we just have supply and demand issues where beef prices are going to go way up.
I bet you ain't no worms in that fentanyl they're smuggling across the border, I bet.
So if you were planning on grilling out burgers this weekend or steaks or something like that, prepare to pay through the nose for it.
Mirth. They're still in the spirit of mirth. This weekend, what's going on this weekend? Some memorial something, June, Negro-teenth something.
I go to the store. It's not like we can replace the cattle herd quickly. You gotta remember, during Joe Biden, we had to get rid of a lot of the cows, right? That was, one of their mandates. Cull the herd, get rid of it.
Why would they ever do that? Why would they ever attack their own food supply like they've been doing with all these food processing plants, as though we don't see that shit? Why would they ever do that? Why would they attack the Central Valley of California. Okay. What was it about China trying to poison the food supply? All right, I'm gonna get up off of this real quick. All right. Um, famine. Where's the famine coming from? Let me get that real quick. Famine, right? Let's go back. Second Ezra 16:21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. What was this right here? Let's see. See where this takes us. China caught trying to poison U.S. food. Was it food? What's this about? How if it's like yesterday, 6 hours. Look at this. This is probably where I saw it from Pinball. Okay, look. Chinese nationals accused of smuggling pathogen into U.S. for work at University of Michigan, right? Yeah. Charged with what? Agro pathogen. Okay, see, because I know that they had a biolab set up in Central California. Okay, remember that? Nobody remembers it. U.S. says it broke up effort to bring toxic fungus to Michigan lab from China. Look at this. See how the spirit working right now because I heard about this, but I didn't know we were going to wind up here. So 1 year, 1 year. U.S. says it broke up. Let's look at this. This is crazy. This is
Only Brawny has 3 plies.
some news channel, Wood TV 8. Let's see what the hell this is.
Have now been filed against a Chinese scientist and a girlfriend who worked in a lab at the University of Michigan. Yangxing Jian and Zunyang Liao are facing charges of conspiracy, smuggling, making false statements, and visa fraud. In July of last year, Leo was turned away at the Detroit airport and sent back to China after changing his story during an interrogation about red plant material discovered in his backpack. That material was later learned to be a pathogen which can attack wheat, barley, rice, and sicken livestock and people. Authorities said a scientific journal describes it as a potential agro-terrorism weapon. The FBI...
Isn't this kind of convenient? Isn't there something blowing up right now, a germ? Isn't there a germ right now that's just taking over everything right now, which is CV2, if you will? And now, this dude, suddenly, this has got to be, in conjunction with, it's crazy.
Said the two worked on the pathogen at a lab at U of M. Messages between them in 2024 suggest that Jian was already tending to the fungus at the campus lab before Leo was caught at the Detroit airport. The U.S. does not have an extradition treaty with China, which makes Leo's arrests unlikely unless he returns.
See what this says. Watch it. Chine. Chinese. ESC. I like to put a lot of E's, apparently. Chinese. BIOLAB. Discuss. TISCO. What is this? Read. Ooh. What's this? How far back does this go? Look at this. What's this? A year ago? Is that all? Hold on now. What's this about? What's this? See? Illicit. What the hell is this about? Let me get in trouble for bringing this back up. See, this has been going, ooh, look at this. How do I know anything about this? I wonder. Well, I wonder. Illicit Chinese biolab found where? Central Cali. Let's take a look at this. Why? What's new? Now let me say this. What was that called? Wuhan, nigga. What about Wuhan? What about gain of function? What about Wuhan, nigga?
An illegal biolab with reported ties to China has been discovered in California. According to a report issued by the CDC, officials have concluded that the lab, hidden inside a disused warehouse in Reedley, California, was harboring an array of infectious agents, including COVID-19, along with malaria, E. coli, pneumonia, HIV, hepatitis, and rubella. Bodily fluids, blood, tissue samples, and thousands of other vials of unlabeled substances were uncovered, along with nearly 1,000 lab mice, 200 of which were dead. Why was this lab hidden inside an otherwise vacant warehouse? What were they producing or testing there? And who were the people running it? As more and more information on this illegal and secretive operation emerges, the more disturbing the story becomes.
That's all we need. Right? That is all we need. What we got down here? Oh, dangerous. Whoa, look, a year ago. What? 3 replies? Is that it? Look at this. How many views? How many views? I'm afraid to say that. Okay, anyway. So, yeah. See, these things don't go away. Apparently, it wasn't too long ago. With direct ties to and harboring an array. Right? Look at this. Look at this. Crazy. What about that? So, they're just sitting there waiting for the clarion call. You understand? Let's see. What's that going to cause? Let's see. Great confusion. Sword. Killing mechanism. Famine. Right? People think they're in good case right now. Right? When right up the street, right? In the neighborhood, that old warehouse over there, don't go over there. Why? Oh, because Wuhan. Wuhan, nigga. Wuhan. Got you all in check. 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and other that escape the hunger shall the sword. Well, what is that? That's part of the sword. That weaponized pestilence. Weaponized pestilence. Smallpox blanket is definitely part of a sword. Okay? All right? For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Which one? Choose which one you want. And it's going to be a whole bunch of dead people. Why? what was the projection? They said that this many people are going to die in one day about this mystery disease, whatever they call it right now. That's they're introducing or that they're ushering in, if you will. So anyway, yeah, you see where this thing is going? Okay. Look at this. Here we go. We'll just read it. 23, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. There shall be, this is, what's that guy's name? Will Smith, Gemini Man, what was it called? The Charlton Heston film that he redid. I Am Legend. This is I Am Legend. And the dead shall be, you understand? Why? I Am Legend, why? Why are they describing I Am Legend right here? Because right here, right? Here we are. What is about to happen? Well, here comes round 2 of CV-19, which is part of that sword, right? And here comes what happens. They all die. For many that dwell upon the earth are going to die. And then here's their dead bodies laying around from dying of what? Many swords are out here, right? They got many swords out here. Famine is one. Pestilence is another, okay? And it falls right at, you can hang your hat on these 2 plagues. Hunger and the sword. That covers everything. And here's your dead bodies, right? And everything's fucked up. Why? Because there's no man left. Everything's fucked up here because motherfuckers died in great number, right? Then there was only a few niggas left, right? No food was being produced here, right? And then there wasn't nobody left. What is that? I Am Legend. Why? What happened in I Am Legend? Well, they started handing out them vaccines. Talk about we gonna cure something. And then what happened? And the niggas turned into zombies or whatever. Right? And they all died. Why? Because they got that pestilence. Whatever it was that they snuck in that venom, right? This is that story. Where do you think they got that story from? Okay, plague, nigga. Behold, famine, plague are sent, nigga. The plague, the black plague. The black plague was designed for you niggas, you jakes, right? You know what came right before the Black Plague? Black fatigue. You know what the answer? You know what the answer to black fatigue is? The fucking Black Plague. And this nigga Esau went back and dug it up. Where'd them niggas die at? They died of the Black Plague. Dig that shit up on some Jurassic Park ass shit. Right? We can bring that nigga back, study it. Right? Right? Anyway. Yeah, this is straight. Look at this. Yeah, this is I Am Legend. Damn. all the way down. Right? You got a woman. Wow. Yeah, I Am Legend. Make you ready. All right, so that's it. That's it. Look. Hey. Hey. You don't see what's going on? It shall not come nigh thee. Let's get that real quick. This sword, but it shall not come. Shall not come nigh. Come nigh. That. Shall not. How about not? Shall not come. No. Slocky, let me get it. What is that? Psalm? You know that? What is it, 91? Yeah. No, I didn't learn that as a kid. Let's go there. 7 shall not come nigh thee. Salakia. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not. What shall not? This. What? Whatever they're working on in this lab, right, shall not come nigh thee. This pestilence at noonday, right? This mystery pestilence. Whatever they're working on. Let's get up here. Look at these fools. Whatever they're up in there working on shall not come nigh thee. That's the point. Psalm 91:4. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence, the what? Whatever they're working on it at the CDC or in a bio lab near you, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000, right? Sick niggas, right before I Am Legend, right before it's time to go hunting elk and antelopes and shit with a rifle and a fucking Mustang. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. What shall not come nigh thee? The pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor the destruction that walketh at noonday. Especially them diseases that they got set up. Don't trip. You gonna watch niggas fall right next to you, even your family. Don't trip. Ain't gonna come near you. Understand? Anyway, so with that, I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, see that? 23? Look at that. Or whatever. Just nice to know these things, all right? So I'm gonna use this if you don't mind. Let me see. Yeah. Get that whole thing. Salakia. Never let a good picture go to waste. Shalom.